All right. I am so excited, Marcos. I'm so excited that you are here. Thank you.
Hi
Thank you.
everyone. Hello Gina.
Hello, my Brazilian inspiring friend. I am honored and grateful that you are here with me tonight, joining me for us to share with the world who you are, what you do, how you are making an impact, and how you live with immense gratitude, a life where nothing is impossible. I'm
Yeah.
sporting I'm sporting your apparel. I love this shirt. It is
Whoa, you're so beautiful. Be
yes,
grateful. Yes.
uh, it
Awesome.
is how I live my life, and I know that you do too. So Marcos
Yeah.
Rossi,
And
my
I did this t-shirt with my bare hands.
you did that
All
is
of them. Really? For real? All
on
of
a sh-
the shirts, the jerseys, and we have a including socks now on the store. It's I do by myself, not a team of creation team of nothing. It's all did by me.
that is amazing. Well, I love this, and I definitely want to get more. And I posted the link for you for getting these shirts. Yours, what does yours say? I know it's in Portuguese,
Mine is in
obviously.
Portuguese. I'm sorry for that, but it is stop complaining. All
Ha.
right. Yeah, we have in
Yes.
English.
Yes. We all need to, I mean, we cannot have any complaints, everyone. Listen, oh my goodness, Marcos, I'm going to let you tell your story and tell us a little bit about yourself, how your I know you live like no arms, no legs, no problem. I know you do amazing things. You scuba dive. I want to hear all about the amazing things you've been able to do. And I'm going to let you tell us about yourself.
All right, everyone. So my name is Marcos Rossi, and I am from Brazil. And I was born with a very, very, very rare syndrome. There is called Hanhart syndrome, and there is no medical explanation for what happened to me. Okay, my mom, she got pregnant with the DIU. I don't know what's the name in English. Or that procedure with they put inside the women for they
Oh
don't
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
kids.
Yes,
It,
yes. It's
what it's called in English?
well, they give you infertility drugs. I never had
No,
them,
it's
so I'm
not a
not.
drug. It's not a drug. It's a
No.
physical thing that they put inside of the woman for not get pregnant, and then
Oh, IUD. Yes, yes,
yeah,
IUD.
right.
Yes,
UD in
yes.
Brazil, it's DIU.
Okay.
Okay, so and my mom, she believed that because of that, when they took off the IUD, something happened. But I never questioned it or never argued because of that, because I know that everybody, everyone has a purpose in life. So you need to, first of all, you need to accept the way you are and love yourself, and then find your purpose, and then do the best way you can. And I discovered my purpose. I was born like this for a reason.
Yes.
Nothing happens without a reason, right? So, and then when I was born, too, beside that, the doctor said, Marcos will live only 30 years, only 30 years of life because of this uh, syndrome. And, but I never, never, never in my life let that my physical limitations stopped me to dreaming and to achieving and to attracting things for me and for my life. So today I am graduated in law school. Yeah. I am a scuba diver. I'm a DJ. I do surfing, skateboarding. I'm a singer too.
Yes.
What more? I played the drums on Carnival Parade in Brazil. I played the drums for 21 years. 21 years playing the drums
Wow.
every single year on Carnival Parade. Yeah, and without hands.
Wow. That's amazing.
And what I always used to say for my students, and because I don't have nothing and I do everything, and people have everything, and most of them don't do nothing.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Yes.
Because it's a choice, right? It's a choice. What are you, or what are we focused on? So if you focus on bad things and what you don't have, and you will not achieve great things in life. So
Right.
since I was young, my family taught me this. Okay, you are a kid like any other kid. So you will
Mhm.
not have privileges, will not treat you like a special kid. No, you're a kid, because a kid is a kid. A child is
Mm.
a child without
Yeah.
arms or legs or with one arms or whatever. It's a kid. So my only concern when I was a child
Yes.
was to do what used to excite me, what
Mm.
used to put me on that high state of energy. It used to me makes me happy, and
Yes.
that was my only concern. And now I used to do everything. I used to play a lot of things. I used to play hide and seek. They used to put me on a drawer and then boom.
In a drawer? They would put you
Yeah,
in a drawer?
because I was very small, and and sometimes they used to forget me there, and but I love to play, and but
Oh
I
my
think
goodness.
one of the most important things that I learned from my childhood is that you need to learn to be resourceful. Okay,
Yes.
you need to
Yes.
learn to be resourceful. Use the resources that are around you, because most of the time you do not see them. They are there, but you don't see.
We
So
don't
if
see what we don't see. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you don't
don't.
see.
We don't.
You're always searching for some, I don't know, expensive resource or something that you don't have, or
Yes.
but it's already there. You just need to, turn on your antennas and
Yes.
search for what you have. And I
Heart.
used to do this all the time, all the time. It was my all my life. The resources around, because
Ah.
in Brazil we don't have special cares for people with this kind of disability. At that time, I was like a thief from the movie. No, everybody looked at me, what? And so even the doctors, even the doctors, all right,
Really?
always on when I got sick with about something, a flu, or you go to the hospital and then look at me and, whoa, it's like a new
Like.
experiment. Yeah, but okay. And then use the resources around you. So for me to play with my friends,
Yeah.
we built, my mom and the doctors, and they created a little crutches at my size, and then I put that crutches on my arm. Okay, and I was
Mm.
on the ground, so I put my arm up front and then bend my belly and do this, and I used to run all the field, and I used to love to play soccer. Yeah,
Oh
soccer.
my God.
Yeah.
With
I run,
with
and
this.
then boom, and then
Oh
boom,
my
go.
goodness.
Yeah, I was so good. Yeah,
How old were
Brazilian
you then?
soccer.
When you got the arm crutches? How old were you? Do you remember?
Oh, I 4 or 3,
Wow.
and then until the grown age, but different
Yeah.
crutches.
Yes.
And but when you were a kid, everything is easy, right? Because you don't see the the people looking, and then but you are growing up, and then you have some challenges, even for a kid, and then sometimes you have a bad result, or a result that you don't wasn't expecting. For example, I love to play soccer with my friends, but at the time when they were selecting who's gonna play each side, forming the team,
Yes.
I was never
Not.
picked up,
Mm,
not.
mm,
And then, oh no, Marcos, no, 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 stay inside. And then a bad situation happened. All right, and that provoke um makes you feel bad at that time,
mm, mm,
right? You get sad, and that energy goes down, and you need to be aware, because when that happens, sometimes you can it create um, a belief that can stop you on the future. Okay, so
yes.
what did I did? I i was over there on the field on the right side, just watching them to play, and suddenly one guy, he passed the ball to another, but the other guy couldn't reach at time the ball, and then I start running from the side of the field with my crutches, and then boom,
Boom.
and then the the ball went directly to the corner of the goal, and everybody like, yeah, and then look at me and said, Marcos, come on, play with us, and then everything's changed. Every game they choose me. They choose me of the first guys. So what can we learn from this situation here? You need to put actions, little actions, day by day, and not be there and just waiting, waiting and waiting. No,
No,
go there, do your part, because no one will do your part for you.
that's
Just
right.
you need to do it. And it's like Tony always says, it's not our condition. Hey, it's what put in action that
Yes.
determines our future, our destiny. So go
Yes.
forward, go forward. And then
Yeah.
I was a kid, and I became a teenager.
Yes.
But at that time, I was suffering for a very rare disease too, that is called a spine disease, that is called scoliosis. I don't know in English.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Scoliosis. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your spine starts to become
Hurt.
like an S letter.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's like an S. And my spine was turning 10 degrees per month.
Oh my gosh. Is it because of how you were sitting? Because of what
No,
you.
no, there's no the scoliosis. There's no explanation. That simply
Oh,
appears from nowhere,
yes.
and
Yes.
then boom. Remember, when I was born, they said only 30 years of life, and I was with 15 at that time. And then we came to a doctor, and they said, "Family, listen, you need to do the surgery right now, or he will die, because
Mm,
the spine will perforate some vital organs, and then it's done." Even still, if you choose to do the surgery, there's 90% of going wrong, because my body is small. I cannot lose too many blood, because I don't
right.
have so much blood in my body. So, and it was made a cut from my shoulders until my hip. Boom. And they put it
Mhm.
a metal
What?
spine. Yeah, a metal spine in
Mm,
my spine. So,
it's
iron bar,
crazy.
like a medical bar from
Yeah.
iron, not iron,
Yeah.
And
To straighten it. Yeah.
to straight and for you do not and then turn again. So, all right, 10% is better than nothing, right?
Yes.
And then, okay, let's go. Let's do this. And thank God I'm here to talk to you. But when I woke up, the first thing that I tried was to move. Okay. And then I realized that I was um, a one structure. I cannot bend, I cannot fold anymore from the hip up because of this
Ah,
iron bar. Listen, from that date earlier, I was able to do anything. Everything
mm,
that makes me feel happy, everything that used to put me on that high energy level. So when I woke up, I said, I'm done. I cannot do this. I cannot use the crutches anymore. Because what is the most
um,
important thing for you to use the crutches? You need to do this, the flexibility
yeah,
to
to
do
move.
your steps. And how I'm gonna do this? Remember, I always used to look for things that put me on that state, right? So
Resourcefulness.
yeah, and happy and with high
Mhm.
energy. So I decided
Mhm.
that I will look for other things or things that I never did yet.
Mm,
So you have two choices. Remember, we talked about choices.
yes.
Or you can stay on the bed looking up and never give up, never get up again. All right, oh, my life sucks. I
Yeah,
cannot,
victim.
I
And
cannot use my crutches again. Uh, or go for it, or find what you have around you and go forward. And so I started to look for things that I want to do and I didn't have did yet. So and then my hobbies started to appear. Yeah,
ah,
one of them. Okay, all right. A kid, a child, he pick up a stone that he are in his way, and he makes with that stone, he makes a toy, right? Michelangelo, with the stone, he makes the most beautiful sculpture.
yes.
And all of these cases, the difference was on the rock, no, on the man, on the human
Yes.
being. So
Mm,
you will always find rocks on your path. So you need to go forward. You need to, you know, kick
yeah.
that rock and go for what you want. And then
Yeah.
I started to do things. All right, now, okay, I am living. I didn't die yet, so I still have more years. Okay, so let's do everything. And then I started to, teenagers, and it's gonna be my first, a party. I received an invite for a party, and I will go there. And that party was like in the afternoon, okay, for kids, all right, for teenagers, all right. I'm going to that party, and then I saw a very beautiful, beautiful girl, and it was my first attempt. And I said, yeah, and I said to talk to a girl, and and these times you need to be resourceful. So ask your friends to help you. And I said to my friend, can you help me to talk to her? He said, of course, I will help you because I didn't have the power wheelchair yet.
Ah,
So it was a manual one.
y- yeah. You had to
And
count on people to help
yeah,
you.
so
Yeah.
he said, okay, I will help you. Yes, great. Then
I'm right.
he pushed me to the girl and ran out.
Oh no.
And I said, what? What I'm going to do now? And he went out. And how I'm going to get out of here? Because I cannot push my own wheelchair. So the girl was there. Or I talk, or I talk. I cannot do it. Nothing more. And then I talk it, but my first 5 words, she gave me a very, very, and I think it was one of the most difficult things that I heard in my life. She said, "Get out. I want a full boy, not a
Oh,
half."
oh my God. Oh my God. That's so
Yeah.
heartbreaking. Oh,
And your first attempt?
and who, a 15-year-old girl, 16?
Yeah, we have
Oh my God,
14, 6, 5,
14.
15, 15 on the year of the surgery. It wasn't one of the first things that I tried. All right, let's focus on
Heartbreaking.
other things. Focus on
Yes,
girls.
yes. Oh my goodness. So
And
you had to recover from that somehow. Go on, please. Oh,
remember one thing, where your focus goes, energy flows,
energy
right?
flows. Yes, sir.
And but with this happening, it's difficult to focus in another thing besides
Mm,
you, yourself. And I
yeah.
said, "Oh, wow, am I able to complete someone
Mm,
one day?" That was passing on my head. And
yes,
for me, that night, that afternoon was like a punch in the stomach. Boom.
yes.
And I
Mm,
went home and I spent a month without going out. A month. Even only schools and doctors and that things.
yes.
But then I asked myself and I realized that I'm not wrong here. If someone
Mm,
will like you, they will have to like the way you are.
yes.
If you put your happiness on the hands of other people, in the hands of other things, you will never be happy.
Mm,
Everything in your life depends on how you react thing that happened to you. On everything depends on what meanings,
you give it.
yeah, what is the
Yes.
meaning that you are given for things that happen to you.
Mm,
So
yes.
after that, uh, no more problems with girls. Well, the problems changed.
They change. Right, because you gave it a different meaning, right? You got
Yeah.
stronger. That you needed that heartbreak to get even stronger
Yes,
than you ever thought you can be.
yes. It's life always happening for you, right?
Yeah. Yes. Always. Yes.
And then, okay. And then I was growing up and I started to do things and and I started to grow literally and to get strong and start to do exercises and then all my hobbies started to show up and I don't know if you remember that cycle of success that Tony always says to us, because if you do something you have um, your potential, right? And then you put some action, and then you put actions, and then you get results. And when you have good results, your beliefs and your certainty uh, goes up, and then
Right.
you do more, and then you do more.
Yes.
You have do more actions and more results, and then your belief goes up and again, and then it never ends. So
Yes.
when you do something and it works, it's like a fuel on your
Yeah.
car and you
Yes.
start to do it all over, all over, all over, all over, more and more and more and more and more. And you
Yeah.
never, yeah. But sometimes this cycle works backwards because you try to do something and doesn't work, right?
Right.
And you have the results, not the results that you wanted on your head, and then your beliefs goes down, right? Your certainty goes
Mm,
down, and then you put less actions and then less results and then you enter on that cycle again. So
wow.
you need to break this cycle. If you do something, if you want something, if you dream of something and you put actions and doesn't work at the first moment, never give up.
Never.
Never give up on your dreams. Choose another way to do it, but do it,
Yes.
right?
Find a way. Yes.
and do it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the first thing that I tried to do was surfing.
Oh,
Surfing.
amazing. Guys, please share this inspiration, this inspirational man. Please. Go on. Tell us about when you started surfing. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
and you're
share,
how old were
share,
you?
share,
Yeah.
share to everyone. Share.
Share. We need to inspire each other to live this kind of this life full of drive and inspiration and motivation. So how old were you when you started to try to surf? Go on with
So
the
it's like near the 20s.
okay.
I don't remember yet. It was like 19 or 18 or near that.
Yes.
Okay, what I'm going to do for this became real. Right? What I need to do? First of all, where where I will find someone crazy enough to pick up a guy without arms and legs, put in a surfboard, and go to the bottom of the sea and say, "Go!"
Yeah.
And, it's not an easy thing to do, but I have a lot of friends. So all my life, I used to say there are two pillars that sustain our life. Okay, three pillars for be more exactly. First of all, God, then your family, and then your friends. Yeah, family, God, family, and friends.
Yes.
These three pillars sustain our life. And in a lot of moments, they were the resource that I had at that
Yes.
time around
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, so because of them, my friends or my family and God all the time, I could do so many impossible things for someone in my conditions. And then I had a friend, and this friend, he was a very good surfer and a professional surfer, right? And then I was on the beach with him, and we're chatting, and I said, "Listen, man, I want to do this." He said, "What? I want to do surfing, man. What do you think about it?" Surfers talk like this, I don't know. You think you can do this, man? And I said, "All right, yeah, I think so. Let's try." And then the first surfboard was bodyboard, surfboard, that one that you lay down on the surfboard and go like
Yes,
this.
yeah, a boogie board, like a boogie board they
Boogie,
call it here. Yeah,
boogie board. All right. So
yeah,
the first was
yeah,
the boogie
or
board. You
or the paddle board, either one.
The pedal you go stand up, but not stand up. I was laid
You're
down.
laying down. Okay, boogie board. Yes,
The people,
because they're
yeah,
shorter. They're shorter. Yeah.
yeah, and it was it was amazing. I remember that moment like was now. I just look at to the sand, and a boogie board was there with no one. I think it was him, and I said, I think I can do this. But the boogie board, even being small, but it's too big for me to grab, right?
Yes.
Because it.
Yes. Yes.
How can we do this? Hmm, I have an idea. So he picked up some, that glue that glues everything,
Yeah.
and a bunch of rubber, of blocks of rubber,
Ah.
and then he put and glued that rubber on the boogie board, and I just grabbed that block
Stuck.
of rubber, and all right, let's do this. And
Oh.
then we started to go to the ocean, and then on when the waves were forming, and he said, "Okay, let's do this. But for you to know, one skill that I had at that time to train myself, and that is an advice for all of you guys. It's we need to trust on people because
Yes.
today everybody always think like, "Oh no, he wants something for me. Oh, he wants to use me, or
No, but
whatever."
you magnetized the right people because you had so much faith, you had so much resourcefulness. Am I right? You had so much drive to do these things to make a difference and to enjoy your life that you magnetized the good people. Do you agree?
You attract,
You
yes,
attract,
but
yes.
yeah, even still, because no one of success that I know, no one are there all by itself. Someone help
Right.
all the time on the journey.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I was over there. And just for you to understand, if I am on the surfboard and I fall,
Mhm.
and if I fall with my head down, I cannot turn back because of the bar of my spine. Remember the iron bar?
Ah,
So I
yes.
cannot, I can't do this and go back to the surface very fast. So I just, the
Oh,
only thing that I do when I am surfing, they did like an aisle, a corridor, an aisle
yes.
of friends. Some of them in the middle, some of them
Ah,
in the shallow, and then I go, and if I fall, the only thing that I do is this, just that,
and
because
trust.
yeah, I'm very good with the apnea stuff, so I can hold my breath for a minute or a minute and 10 seconds or something. Even I have only one lung because I lost the other lung on the surgery.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, today I have one lung, and I still sing, and I still do a lot of things. But
You do.
yeah, so
Amazing.
the only thing that I do is hold my breath, and I know that in 1 minute someone will show up and pick me up.
Whew.
Well, at least they are still showing up. So the second
Yes.
lesson here is treat well your friends.
Yes. Yes. Yes, for
And
sure.
can you imagine? A bunch of people said, "Oh no, but it's impossible. It's
No.
oh no, we cannot do this." Blah 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 blah. I could be only dreaming, but remember,
You
little actions, day by day, and you can achieve your dreams. And I did it, and I started, and then some months later, and I found my friend again and say, "Listen, you know, this thing about surfing, lay it down, it's for kids. I want to surf like everyone." And he said, "What again?" And I said,
Oh,
"Yeah, let's do this. Like, come on, let's try." And then,
wow.
right, and he had a stand-up paddle, the big one. So
Yes.
okay, and then I put my crutches again, but not for
Ah,
walk, just for um,
hold.
yeah, because I don't have balance without the
Yes.
wheelchair. I have this back seat
Yes.
for, but if I am in the ground, I cannot be for too many seconds. I fall.
Uh-huh.
I fall. So with the crutches, just for to be on balance, and then he built a square made by rubber, a square on the
Wow. Wow.
stand-up paddle, and I am inside that square, a
Ah.
tall square like this on my chest, so I
Yeah.
can do
So
this,
there's no
and then
no slip. No slip.
yeah,
Right.
no slap, and then boom, it worked. It worked again. And,
Amazing.
the crutches was just to turn the surfboard right and left, just doing this, and then it's awesome.
Absolutely amazing. And it's like I can't even explain how inspiring when people are so caught in in complaining and not, I can't do this, I can't do that. There is just you cannot hear
Yeah.
this story. You cannot hear Marcos' story and think I can't do something. There's just
Yeah.
not. It's not. It is beyond words. I mean, you've spoken on Tony's stages. I know you speak on stages across the world now, and it's just the world needs to hear this so that we can sit here in this time that we're all stuck home and think, what can I do? I can do anything. Anything.
Yes.
You put your heart to some. You put your heart to what excited you, right? So what excited you found you. It magnetized the right people to you. It magnetized the right resources to you. Is that
Yes,
Is that
because
right?
there's one thing there's one method that you can do, and you can do it on your home, even on this situation. We are, everybody inside your own houses, and because all the things that I did, I saw it first. How? I
Yeah.
saw it in my mind, and
Mm.
that's it's the magic. We can say that because our minds, we are able to create images, mental
Yeah.
images in our
Yeah.
head. So if I
Yeah.
say to you, think about a red rose, it's there. And then I said, all right, don't think about the red rose. It's there too because our
Yeah.
brain do not know the no condition, right? So
Yeah.
start focus, start thinking on what you want, all right,
Yeah.
and what you want. So you can. This is an exercise I do all the time. I just close my eyes and I just saw the exact moment of you there is realization, the exact moment of you achieving what you want. That moment, that moment, the moment of the victory. Yeah, and so you can
Victory.
see this, imagine this, and then
Feel
when
it.
it happens, even that is only inside your head, you will feel you start to feel something, and that
Yeah.
feeling is gratitude. So you will
Oh,
be
yeah.
very grateful for what is happening, even that it's only inside your head.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing. For the universe starts to delivering what you want, and the universe delivers everything you want if
Everything.
you do
Everything.
the things that you need to do. So first of all,
Yes.
you just close your eyes and imagine. Then you feel, and then you start to do little actions day by day, day
Yeah.
by day. Do little actions day by day, and you will be there. You're gonna achieve it day by
Yeah.
day. I do this all the time. I
Yes.
think my story with Tony was one of the most incredible and amazing things that happened to me because my dad my dad used to teach me about his mentors, and on my youth the mentor of my dad was Tony, and so
Ah.
he used to read books for me, and
Oh.
tapes, the K7 tapes,
Yes.
and wow, I'm getting old, and that all the things he's translated for me because we didn't have in Portuguese these materials at the time, and I grew up on this kind of environment. But for me, a Brazilian kid, to be near Tony or being able to go uh, to United States and pay $7,000 to an event, presential event, it was very far for me.
Yes.
So life goes on, and suddenly,
Yes.
4 years ago, I watched that movie. I'm Not Your Guru
I'm not your
from
guru.
Tony.
Yes.
Okay, and then I watched that movie, and I saw him in action, and I said, "Wow." Whoa, he's amazing because that there is something, but when you see what happened over there, it's wow, that energy, everything that was happening. Then I look at to my wife and I said,
Yes.
honey, can you imagine if one day, I don't know, I'm be able to be there? And she said, wow, it will be awesome. And listen, at that moment, what happened? When you see a movie, when you read a book, you are attracting that emotions that you are seeing for you. Okay, so you
Absolutely.
you enter on that state, and wow, I was so happy and I was so energized with Tony and all that things. And then on that moment that I said, one day, if I'm be able to be there, what happened in my mind for a second? Because I do this all my life, I,
Yes.
I felt for a microsecond that I was there, and I realized that it was something possible. And then, all right, that Brazilian girl appeared on the movie, and she
Oh, yes. Yes.
The Brazilian, she
Yes.
had a lot of problems on her childhood, and Tony
Mm,
did an intervention with her, and everything changed, and everybody got emotion, and Tony got emotion, she got emotion. He hold her, hug,
yes.
give her a hug,
Embrace. Yes.
and he said, I want to give you a gift. I will give you a course for you help another Brazilian woman that passed through this. And then that happened. And I talked to my wife, wow, can you imagine if one day I'm able to share or speak or even a minute? And she said, well, it will be awesome. I did it again, right? I
Yeah.
thought in my mind of visualization and the feeling that I put it over there. All right. And then life goes
That's
on
it.
again. And then, look, this is amazing. Tony went to Brazil for his first time.
Oh, his
August,
first time.
yeah, first time in August of 2018. In August of 2018. And the tickets was sold out very fast. Boom. And I didn't have my ticket. Okay. One day, guys, that's awesome. One day earlier from the event, I was doing a speech in another state in Brazil, and I was going to the airport, and then my manager called me and said, "Listen, Marcos, Tony crew, they are searching for a samba school to do the opening for him to on stage. As you as a singer and as you play the drums, what do you think about you be there tomorrow on the stage with Tony?
Ah,
Listen, listen,
amazing.
there tomorrow in our life the only thing we want is results, right? In relationships, on work, and results, it's nothing more than preparation plus opportunity, less your internal voice of fear, of complaining,
Yes.
of everything. All right, I was prepared.
Yes.
21 years playing the drums, and I have a team because I have one of my speeches. I bring the drums to the stage, so so I have a team for anytime I need them. So I
Yes.
just call them. They got the instruments on the plan, and we are there. So all right, I was prepared. The opportunity came. When the opportunity appears, you grab it. You
You
grab the
say
opportunity.
yes.
But
Yes.
even still, your internal voice speaks, and sometimes very loud. Oh my God, it's Tony Robbins, and I don't know. And if the guys didn't show up, wow. And then I talked to my manager. I said, listen, all right, you can count on me tomorrow, but I have just one question for you. I said, all right, how many people will be there tomorrow? He said, nothing that you are not used to. I said, okay. Then on the next day, it was 11,000 people on the crowd. And I was there, and I played the drums. It was amazing, amazing moment. And
Oh
then
my
then
gosh.
Tony came and then he speaks, and in the end, on the backstage, on the lounge, there was a line being formed, and this line was for the photograph with Tony.
Right.
And that photograph, because Tony has that the projects to help people with food and everything. So
Yes.
that project, he's like, the you need to pay for the pictures, and all that money he will
Donate.
put on the campaign for the food and
Yes.
that thing. I didn't
Fantastic.
have that. For us in Brazil, it was like on your coin, it's like $2,000. Yeah, I think it was
Ah,
$2,000. And then I said, no, I didn't have that money at the time. I said, okay, but I was there. And when you need to be resourceful, right? So
yes.
I was there at that time, on the right time, and I just got on the first place on the line, even without
Without the
zero.
money.
I was, and then I did my
Good for
rich
you.
face, all right, let's do this. And then the security guy looked at me and said, all right, where is your voucher? And I said,
Oh,
voucher? What voucher? Oh, you didn't buy it? The picture? I have to buy? Yes. Without the voucher, we will not enter. And then
oh
at that
no.
time, I don't know if you watched that movie for kids, that Shrek. I did
Yes.
the cat of Boots face. It's like, oh, please, I love Tony. Please do something. Talk to someone. It's the opportunity of my life. He changed my life. And then the security guys talking to someone who talking to someone and someone and that. And then they let me in. And when I entered,
Yes.
the first thing that happened, Tony got on his knees and I said, please, man, get up. And he said, everybody is equal. He looked at me in the eyes. We're not in a position of, that he is bigger. No, he's bigger, but not equally as a human being. And he put his hand on my chest and said, your mission is beautiful. And
Yeah.
I want to give you a gift. And
Oh,
well, guys, if that story was ended on that stage, for me,
that
it's
was enough. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But he still like to give me a gift. And he said, I want you to go as my personal guest on Date with Destiny. And then
Amazing.
I went to Date with Destiny 2018, and it was amazing, amazing.
Yes.
Too many keys turning on my head. And on the last day, he said, who wants to share? And I did this. You know, even in restaurants, when I do this, no one sees
I
me.
don't see you.
No one. But then remember, little actions for what you want. Okay?
Yes.
I talked to everyone on the front line. And I said, please help me to share. And when Tony asked, who wants to share? Everybody was like, he, pointing at me. And then said, my Brazilian friend. And then, boom, what's your story? What's your new one? And then I I shared
Ah,
about my primary question, a
yes.
question, unconscious question that you do all your life that sometimes puts you in a upper position and sometimes puts you down. So I
Oh,
discovered mine and I said, listen, Tony, first of all, I'm from Brazil. And in Brazil, we have an average of 1.5 children per family. Nice to meet you guys. I am the half. I'm the half. And then
yeah.
he
Perfect.
started to laugh. And then I said, listen, my great breakthrough over here was my primary question because when I was born,
Oh,
the medicals told me that I would live only 30 years. And then I discovered that my primary question was, how can
yeah.
I enjoy life
You
with
did
the
that.
little time that I have? 30 years.
Yeah.
And he said, how old are you now? And I said, I'm 36. At that time, I was 36, and everybody's got, and then um,
Amazing.
everything happened. The same thing that happened on the movie that I saw years ago. So
Yes.
I was there on the train, on the program.
Oh,
I was there.
my
People
goodness.
were emotional. I was emotional. Tony hugged me. The same thing that happened on the movie that I saw. So
Oh,
I attracted that for
you
my
did.
life. So if you
You
have a
did.
purpose in your life, the universe do the rest. And if you are
Yeah.
aligned with your purpose and you are doing what needs to be done, the universe brings everything for you. Everything. Even the impossible things like Tony Robbins. And then he hugged me and said, I want to give you a gift. And I said, a
Okay.
gift. He said, I want you to learn what we do here and help people in Brazil.
Oh,
And so he gave me a lot of trainings, and I'm going all around since
yes.
2018. So I'm living the dream. I'm an
Oh,
international speaker since then, and so believe in
amazing.
yourself. Believe
That's
in
it.
yourself. Stop complaining. Go
Right.
forward. Be grateful. I am so grateful to be born like this. I am so grateful to
Yes,
be
you
born with this
are.
body because today I know the size of the mission. And remember,
Yes.
every time, every time that something happens in your life that throws you down, remember the mission is always bigger than the pain. Okay, the mission is always
Yes.
bigger than the pain, because pain, all of us, we have pain.
Yes.
I live in pain. Just for you to know, I live
Yes.
100% at the time in pain on my back, and because of
Mm.
me to be seated a long time, because you go up and you sit down, go up and sit down, and I am
Yeah.
all the
You.
time on the wheelchair.
Yes.
So I in pain all the time. But if you one of you guys know me or saw me in an
Oh
event,
yes.
you
Yes.
saw me complain about something, I am always smile and happy
Always.
because I choose to be. So the pain are
Yes.
here, but you choose what do you want to to live. So live with passion, and that is the most important thing.
And yes, and that's what you've done. You live with so much passion, drive, will, gratitude. And we have a lot of people here just, loving you, who've seen you on stage. Beth Getz and Trish and Mark Siegel and Angela Jor, all these people saying hello. And we
Yay, I love you
know
guys.
you have inspired so many with this belief in yourself. And that's where I think like we have to believe in ourselves and that we have the capacity to be resourcefulness and to feel into what we really want. I feel like I'm yelling, but I feel your passion and your drive, and it's so inspiring. It's beyond words, and I mean, you've made it all happen, and that's what people need to remember when they're feeling down. You can make the shift happen within you. It's not like you've ever never felt down, but you shifted it. It's not
Yes.
like you eventually found that woman, right? And you have children. You
Yes,
eventually, you felt down
I
by
can
one
do
time,
this
girl said,
too.
yes, amazing. I can do this too. I mean, you have a beautiful family and you made an incredible life and all of that. Tony Robbins, you manifested it, you magnetized it to you with your heart and your soul for like making a difference. And because your purpose, all of our purpose is believe in ourselves, know we can do anything, and see the magnificence in everyone and in every situation. Know that live in the gratitude and no complaints. There's nothing to complain about. It's all
Yes, no
happening for
complaint.
us. It's
No
happening
complaint,
for us.
because I would tell you something, I would tell you something that maybe you will be angry with me, but I will tell you anyway. All right?
Yes.
Here it is. You don't have problems. You don't have problems. You wake up every morning, you step on the ground, you see the sun rising. Even now, we see from our window, but you still see the sun rising. You
Yes.
don't need anyone to change your clothes, to put your clothes on, to feed you, to bring you to the bathroom to do your basic needs. What you have in your
Yes.
life, it's not problems, it's situations. And every single one of them can be solved. So
Mm,
complaining doesn't bring
absolutely.
you anywhere. And the second thing is, if you are a complainer,
Yes.
a complainer, why
Yes.
people complain? Because people always are looking for a comfort and someone, so cute,
Yes. Yes.
you
Yes.
know, pity. And
Commiseration.
but when you do this, sometimes, and you are expecting that someone will comfort you, and then when you do this and you complain, the other people say, "No, you need to see my house. Oh, my family is always awful." It starts to complain even more than you, and then you are in that cloud of complaining. And everybody's complaining, and nothing happens. So the second thing that I'm telling you, and maybe you get angry with me, it's nobody cares about your problems. Yes.
That's right.
I'm not saying that nobody likes you. No, I'm
Right.
saying nobody cares, because everybody has your own problems and your own crosses to carry.
Yeah.
So stop complaining and live your life the best way you can.
Yes. You lived in the solutions always. You were resourceful and you found solutions. So we got to live away, not live in the problems. We have to live in the solutions, be resourceful, find, a way, find helpers. You had to count on people to get you out of the water. Got, trust, faith, and
Through
belief
my
in
life, damn.
your life. Yes. And it's so inspiring. And I've already kept you longer just because your story is so inspiring. I didn't want to cut you off. And I'm because you make such an impact with your spirit is so beautiful. It makes a difference. We need people to hear you more and more, and I know that's growing for you. We did let Marcos has these dance parties, these singing parties, and it's amazing and fun. And we have to have joy in our lives and follow the passion and our purpose. And this man has done. Is it okay? One last question, and then I'm going to let you go because I know you need time. Is there anything you haven't done yet that you still want to do that you are ready
Yes,
ready to? What is that?
this is big.
Okay.
And you guys, you can help me. I want to be one of Tony's speakers.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Uh, yes,
Help
yes,
me, guys.
yes. Ah, I think
let's
that's
let's make the mailbox of Tony full.
yes. I think that is a given. And I know he knows you. You serve. You're going to be crewing, right? Have you started? You're going to
Yeah,
crew. So as
yeah.
soon as
My next goal on crewing,
yes.
I would like to be stage dancers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes. Like me.
yeah,
It's so much fun. It's so
yeah.
much
I
fun being
talked to
on Tony's
Tony
team.
on his party of 60. We had that party in the end, the
Yes.
private party or something. And then Tony showed up, and I said, "Listen, Tony, I thanked him, and I said,
Yes.
all right, next event, I will be stage dancer." Then they laughed so much. I said, "Yeah, do this." And so I am practicing the moves, and because I know that is an audition, you need to prove that you can dance. So,
Yes.
baby, I'm Brazilian. I was born dancing. So let's see
Oh,
what's
yes.
gonna happen.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This will
And all of
happen.
these stories, all these stories, and a bunch of others that we cannot talk here because it's only a live video, you can find on my book that it's
Yes.
called What's Impossible for You. That's the name of the book, What's Impossible for You. And you can find on Amazon. You can find on Amazon, and you have the link,
Yes, I
Gina.
posted the link and I will post
All right.
again. And you can, yes, we didn't even talk about that you're an author. I mean, there's just this man is doing everything. And I'm so honored, so grateful you've spent all this time with us and shared your story, your inspiration, your spirit. It is,
Thank you.
I am beyond grateful that we are friends. I love you. I
Love you
love
too.
the impact you're making, and you will make all of this happen. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. I know you're about to speak on someone else's somebody famous here in Brazil, not here in Brazil, in your country. Yes. So you'll be speaking very shortly hereafter, about a little over half an hour, on another video. So I don't want to
Yes.
keep you anymore. Although I could listen with you forever, Marcos. And
Thank
so
you.
I'm grateful to be connected. I'll share all of your information again. Please, guys, share this inspiring story. Share it, share it, share it. The world needs people like they need to hear that we can change our lives by having this kind of passion for life and making an impact. And it's powerful. It's powerful to believe in yourself more than anything else and your dreams. I love you.
Love you too.
Thank,
Thank you,
thank you.
guys. See you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
See
Be
you soon,
happy.
Marcos. Yes, be happy, be
Yeah.
grateful. Yes, and go shopping on his. Look at who wouldn't want this? It's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Bye.